Alright, so we go. How did we get here? Well, it's in the description, but 10 just weren't enough, apparently. So I was able to go ahead and get some more printed using JOYEZA matte vinyl sticker paper. So I make a file. I find a really great image, and from there I'll use usually what's it called? Sorry. Avery. Now, yes, it would be a lot easier to do these, and essentially, if I had my Cricut, these would be going crazy, but I don't have a device that supports said Cricut. So I'm just taking, this is Avery, easy laminate, peel and stick. So I already made my measurements, and we've already cut out the sticker. So I'm using half of the sheet and half of the sheet, the same way that we printed these. I do have a short to upload on that process. Yeah, these kind of exploded, and a lot of people wanted them. I didn't think that there would really be that much of an ask for them, but I was very, 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 very wrong. Alright, so we've got that cut. Of course, I need to change blades. This one is getting very dull. But I hope everybody is having a decent holiday weekend. Starting out, well, it's Friday, technically. There we go. Nope. One more time. Yeah, it's definitely time to change blades. These are just fan art pieces that I'm including with the holiday card swap. And also I usually do a lot of card stuff all the time. It doesn't necessarily have to be a special time of the year or occasion or anything like that. Also, it is a little bit easier to do these, cutting them by hand. You will see me constantly breaking these out to keep my hands sterilized and everything like that as we're going. Trying to make sure this is in the shot. I don't really go live often. I don't have like, you know, like a whole setup or anything. So I just kind of try to do what I can do. Now this is the tricky part, is making sure that this doesn't get stuck. Otherwise, yep, see. This one will just be like a little special edition one. So there's like one. Okay. The backing is waterproof also. The reason that I laminate them, you can do like you can get glossy paper, but it doesn't really have a good protective coating, and we want our stickers to be really well sealed. Oh, thank you so much. I'm like I said, I'd never go live on here. Um, uh, and I don't know if comments are on or not. I'm so, Eve, help! Can I get a shout out? What are we shouting about? I'm sorry if you already left and I didn't see your comment. I have my phone like tilted in a different direction. Shout out to, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Is it EveCon123 or EVCon? And is that a play on words that I'm just not recognizing? Let's give that one a shout out. Oh, look. Oh, cool. Cool. We're still good. Cut a little bit close. So I like to cut a little bit of extra, like on the edges too. I had made some coloring sheets also, just like as like something for people to, you know, like do. It's like a little free thing over in the group. And I took like certain songs and like what I was kind of, not only like what I was feeling, but like what I was kind of thinking about and stuff like that. Hi, Rap Printor. I'm so sorry. Pentor? I'm so sorry. My phone is at a very weird angle. Yes. So these are matte vinyl, but I am going back with Avery Self Laminate. Sorry. Like I said, this table is messy because it's just a constant assembly line. Alright, so we have those. So we're going to take like the carrier sheet on the back. Oh, did I misspell vinyl? I do it all the time. Going back and watching some of like the older like Stranger Things. All right, so now of course we have like our little B grade, but with like the whole like idea of the the logo, I I would still like definitely love to have it. All right, next up we need a squeegee. I like to use like a felt one. And then while these are, like laminating and everything, I do run them through my heat laminate for like more industrial laminate packets. I did make a few bookmarks and I tried using heavy laminate and I did not like it. It was way too stiff. It bummed me out because it's actually a really cool one. And I'm sure like it's just a quip I have with it. I don't think anybody else really cares too much. All right. And I do have like a cover, like I said, I have a Cricut and all that, but I do not have anything to support Design Space. And also, I kind of like doing the handmade thing, like back in the day in the 90s. Um, we would just like make stencils for local bands, art, etc. Let me put this on a carrier sheet somewhere else. We waste nothing. Everything is reused. Got that over there. Okay, sorry. Oh, thanks. How are you doing, Rep? I always try to get people's names correct, so if I mispronounce your name, I'm so sorry. Oh, it was Icon. Oh my gosh, I read it as Eve. I am so sorry. Icon 123. Everybody, we will explore that individual. I'm not quite sure what their medium is or if they're a crafter or anything, but we always like to give acknowledgement. So hello, how are you? I hope that you all are having an amazing day, an amazing week. I know with the holidays it is extremely stressful. Just And also, not all holidays look the same in every household, especially this year. I think it's really important that we kind of prioritize like reality versus expectation. Um, I feel like a lot of, like influencer culture has painted a very unrealistic aspect of life. If that I'm trying to put it in a kind way, because I mean, like, get your bag, I get that, but for people who aren't rolling in sponsorships or don't have, stage houses that they can go rent, and it's selling the lie. It's the whole thing. Hang on one sec, I got another comment. Same every blank space. You said it right. Here chillin', finish some art. for a t-shirt. What are you doing for New Year's? Oh, thank you for asking. You're working on a t-shirt? I have blank t-shirts and I did cut out. Okay, this is gonna be really embarrassing, but I'm just like gonna go ahead and admit it. Um, I like know how to like do everything with vinyl except heat transfer vinyl. And uh, like I understand, I've worked with it, and now I have a press, so that makes things a lot easier. But last time I did it, I just used a heat gun and a Teflon sheet, like, because that's all I had on hand, like, that would get warm enough. And you gotta learn. You gotta break a couple of eggs, crack a few eggs, however that goes. What kind of shirt are you working on? Are you doing like handmade holiday type things too? And like again, like I said, I really appreciate everybody being like super like kind and everything in the comments. I like I said, I it's really I don't know, it's relearning how to be me is it's kind of strange. But you know, so what you'll see right here is like these like little minute spaces right here in between each one. That means we do not have a good seal, and that is not gonna work for me. Um, so with hang on one sec, let me grab the oh, let's drop so any of the products that you see that I'm using, I did list them in the description, but none of it is sponsored. Same, every blank space. You said it right. Yeah. And you're working on a t-shirt. You have two blades set up in 350-degree check. Oh man. That's a wow. So you're really like going on it. I wish I had the oh, awesome. I work at Amazon, so I know all about the like designing and execution for corporate corporate swag type things and uh like building and team branding, if that makes sense. Uh, BRXCZ 444. Hi. Hi to you. How are you today? And um, please be kind. I don't go live very often. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in between each sticker so that there's just a tiny amount. Can I? Yeah. So that there's just like a tiny, like right in between here. So I'm just gonna take my good old fashioned trusty roller here, make sure it's not on the side that I've cut all on. I would use like a cutting board, not like but the last time that I did this batch, I ended up having to go back and retrim the edges because I had to go back and retrim the edges because whenever the thing went down, it made a crease, like a really sharp edge. And get like we didn't get what we wanted out of that. So we went back, cut off that like little sharp edge and cleaned that up. So That's kind of what this is right now. So, keep doing that. Keep cutting those apart. Right here, we gotta be real careful because we're real close. Okay. I used to have the hands of a surgeon. Nothing. I'm not doing anything for Christmas either. Other than we are like giving a lot of things away. Have been giving a lot of things away. Through like community groups and stuff like that. And just, ways to kind of help people out. See how like this is lifting from the carrier, like the sheet right here. So that's like why I put that sheet at the back, like to keep it on there. And then normally they stay on there. Let's put that back in place and we have a cut, so we're good. And there's like a tiny, what is that? But yeah, you're absolutely right with the like every little piece, like even the outside of like HTV, especially vinyl, it's expensive. I mean, like good vinyl is expensive. This is like, oh yeah, sorry, I went to go and grab, oh, thank you. Merry Christmas to you as well. Oh, you're having a party? That's awesome. Um, yeah, so this is what, like, just to give you guys like a reference, this is the paper that it's printed on. Um, and I get, I think, yeah, I get 5 off, or 10 rather, off of each sheet that I cut. And this is the XO from Amazon. And then it has, like basically, the instructions and everything like that. And like, basically how to use it and everything. It's super, it's just like any other type of paper, only it has an adhesive backing. Um, yeah, I'm trying. It's always dark in here. It does not matter how many lights I have on, but also ever since I got that concussion, like I have a real hard time like with light sensitivity, seeing, get constant migraines that are just kind of debilitating at this point. But we press on. Everybody has a thing. And also, doing little things like this keeps like the cognitive function, going. One thing about me is I am always creating, even if, I'm just like making weird flower shapes out of, uh-oh. We still have a good cut. We just went a little off script. Yeah. Okay. As long as we have enough, because we still have to go back and like cut these. This is just like the pre work to that. Find that seam. Actually, we have enough space here, so because we're going to be cutting off the excess and then running it through the thermal heater, that'll like make a really good bond on there. Oh, but so because I don't have a Cricut, I made a stencil, and this is like holographic HTV. I just have like some of the pieces in a bag for right now because I've got a lot of different things. We have these coloring sheets, which the Skinner brothers had commented on in the group, and like there's like a theme and everything about how, oh, I have tons of vinyl records, like not any that I've pressed or anything, but I do have a pretty nice, considering I've had to restart a lot of times. I have a, oh, well, I have one. It's just really old. Um, like one of those that like, and I've like, it's got like that rubber stripping in the middle of it. But yes, I do have a lot of vinyl records. And I collect like records that are in like bad shape, and make all different kinds of things from those. So, like I said, like these aren't going to be perfect because they aren't coming from a machine, but like this is like just a piece of one of them. It's hollow. I thought like it was a good, I thought it was a good mix. Who is my favorite band? I'm working on a glass top table. That's the only reason I tolerate this table. Um, oh, thank you. This is, and by the way, again, I just want to reiterate that none of this like is sponsored or anything like that. My favorite band. Oh, why do you have to put me on blast like that? Oh gosh. Like if all I had, like if I was on a strand, if I was on like an island and I could only listen to like that one favorite band, hmm. Let me think about that. That's I mean, that's like a really, like one band. Wow. So this is a Stardust Worker craft vinyls. Um, printed. Oh, I like that. This is the XO for that. If you guys are interested. So I actually, there are two different types of vinyls in here. Um, they both are cold, like cool peel. Um, so this is like one sheet where I've already like taken the carrier sheet off, and then I take like one of these and meticulously, around it, and then I use a blade to cut it out. So they're not all going to be perfect, but I think that the other ones that I've made, which aren't HTV, they're just regular vinyl. Where is it? It should be in a bag somewhere. Oh, but so the Stardust, it has like this type, which is like a really awesome like holographic. And then I genuinely am trying to figure out like who is my favorite band. Okay, okay, like who would I not get burned out by on discography? Okay, and then this is, yeah, this is, I believe the actual Stardust paper. Yeah, because it has a clear backing on it. This stuff is super, super amazing to work with. I've used it on wood again, like, because I didn't know what I was doing, and you gotta, experiment and learn, figure it out some way. Um, so this is the like Stardust Worker or Stardust Worker X Worker X. Weird, very weird spelling. Yeah, my printer is very, 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 um, very bad. I mean, it's like literally like the printer that it's cheaper just to buy a new one than get ink. Oh, okay, back. Oh, Dragon Nut 69. I love that name. Oh, well, thank you. I try to be. I mean, I try to be, just me. I'm not perfect by no means. Okay, I think. Oh gosh, I think it would have to be Neutral Milk Hotel. I know, like that came like out of the left field, but honestly, I think it would have to be Neutral Milk Hotel. Um, I mean, I love all different types of music, um, and I create it also. Um, However, I've had to like relearn how to sing after having surgery. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. It was a great question. Because I do spend a lot of time not on a desert island, but kind of alone. And I don't go out. I don't like do any like parlaying or anything. Like my partying is just because I live very close to Nashville. Um, like I maybe like I'll go catch a show on like a good day. Give me just a second. Let me get a sip of my coffee here. Gotta remember like to hydrate though, even though it's cold. You gotta hydrate. So we have this pink one, and I have a cup, and hopefully it works. I hope it works because I only have that one cup. Um, and I do have like shirts and blanks, a lot of them. um, but I was always like scared to just like do it. And I did it one time, but I didn't take off like something. I think it was this. And yeah, it did not come out. it like it was a really cool like mandala that like I weeded like really meticulously. Um, but yeah, it did not come out good at all. I mean, it stayed on, but it was just like, beginner's luck, kind of. But no, I definitely like, that was a great question. Like, yeah, so if it had to be one band, I'd say Neutral Milk Hotel. Second band would have to be, and that's a hard one. Can I just say an artist? Connor Oberst. Because that like kind of covers Bright Eyes, the Saparcitos, Connor, the Faint, and like Hooray for the Riffraff. Um, for some reason, I feel like I'm saying that wrong. I got to see them again. Um, Connor knows when he comes to Tennessee that it's gonna be Shauna's gonna make an appearance. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, I am a huge, yeah. Like when it comes to like the old school music, um, I guess I just like I don't have any like real memories tied to like that. That's the thing with like me and music. It's like it's usually it like a band will represent a certain time in my life, if that makes sense. Like it's like the soundtrack of that time of your life. But yes, I love Queen. Jimi Hendrix, I have Kiss albums. I've got the Beatles. I've got, I mean, everything from trip hop to hip hop. I love all of it. Music is like sign language, it's completely universal. Everybody can understand it. And it's just, it brings people together too. It's just a magical thing. But yeah, definitely like old school artists, like the like OGs of music. Yeah, definitely. Um, I guess I just don't know. Like I know like Pink Floyd would make me sad after a while. Yeah, I could go with AC/DC, definitely. Wow. That reminds me that like my stepdad, which is my dad, um, sorry, I'm kind of going off script here. We also made these two, and we're doing bookmarks and just we got a lot going on. And like today's assembly day. Um, I don't really know a lot of Rush, to be honest. Yeah, absolutely. There are plenty of times that you'll see me like pick up like a random like anything like I don't know like here's like a hair stick like, and you'll just like Jason will grab the guitar and just start playing something. I'll grab I don't know like this or like we have drums and shakers, but you know you can give me spoons and it'll work out. But you know, just like you know, and everybody kind of grabs just something, and then it just kind of comes together. The trees, is that by Rush? Yeah, we're very music-y. On some of my shorts, not to like plug or anything, because I mean, like you know, we're not out here trying to be famous. We're too old for that. That window has left the building. I think we had like our 15 minutes at some times, and that was good enough. uh, but yeah, music is like to quote honestly to quote across the universe. The character that I think is supposed to be like reminiscent of Jimi Hendrix. You know, he comes out, and I love that movie. The Trees by Rush and Red Barchetta. Oh, their stories. I I love that. I love like what like that's what I'm saying like why like I love like doing stuff like this is because like whenever I made like the coloring sheets and everything, I love prints. Um, I was supposed to go to Paisley Park and meet some friends there, and I don't know if it was lucky about. Oh, that's awesome. See, like that, I love storytelling music. Like, um, you know, if 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 I'm working on stuff like from Ren, um, you know, like definitely like the tales, but not just Ren. Anybody, like any, there's a lot of independent artists that, you know, kind of go that way with telling stories and things that are relatable. I love it. But no, was supposed to go to Paisley Park, me and my uh, partner in crime in life here. And uh, our friends ended up going like I think like we something like probably like we couldn't get off like from work I'm sure but they ended up getting attacked by like just some uh, uh, kids, teenagers, and they like got robbed. My friend got jumped. Um, not not that that always happens at Paisley Park. But also, like, if I'm being honest, like, when I go out in places, I don't like flash stuff around. And please tell me that's not a fuzzy. Hang on. I will have another B grade if that means that I can get rid of this, like, tiny little fuzzy thing. Oh, that's gonna make me real mad. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna cut it shorter. Thank you guys for, and gals and non, you know, magical creatures, whoever you may be, for hanging out. So yeah, that's how these kind of go from being matte like this. Like these are like before they get cut. They get printed on the Joya paper, and then I like the ink set, and also like I laminate them, and then run them through the heat laminator. It like seals the ink in really well. It's just, yeah. So you end up like with like really good like stickers. I do add a piece of like industrial adhesive like a on the for the back, like if somebody wanted to like stick it like and it be like stuck. um I should probably like use a strip and like put it on different things to see like what it'll stick to and what it won't stick to. Okay. um well, thank you, Rep. um is it Pine? I'm so bad with names. Pintor. But thank you for hanging out, and thank you for um, the engagement. Honestly, I really appreciate that. But this is how they end up in the end after they get ran through. All the edges are clean. Um, I do have like a little like thing, like a way that I write. So, for example, um, I have these like tags because a lot of these are like one of a kind or limited, like not limited edition. That sounds so bougie, but I mean, I am making them by hand, so they are limited edition. But like, this is like one, this is the one I don't like because it's the thick laminate as opposed to like this laminate. But if you notice, I am using a crocodile. Blech, it's such a hard word to say because I'm also cooking a lot of stuff in a crock pot right now. So I keep trying to say crocodile because uh, that's what that is. It's like a crock pot, but like I don't know. Anyway, so and then crocodile. So it's has these little rivets and I double side them and then have just like these little ribbons. And I made these stickers because like to mark the year. I don't go live every day. I do on TikTok a lot, just because we cover a lot of different things over there, and also I don't know. I feel like I can be freely more myself over there. It's weird. um, like and like show like me, which I mean I can do that now. It's not like you know you've probably seen me around somewhere. I can flip this real quick. Hello, it is your humble creator. This is the human that goes behind it. But no, like I don't have a lot of subscribers. So I just didn't think that there was really, and I'm not one to push like make sure you like smash that like button and like like um but if you like if you're still here and you enjoy content like this, I'll keep making it. And hopefully, I can get some equipment and do it a little better. It is what it is. Oh, thank you. I actually I upload like a lot of like the downloads over here. Um, I have like different playlists and then like playlists within the it's just no, it's weird. And I'm still like learning like YouTube. I've had this channel forever. Um but, these are the ones that like I'm a fan of. I'll close with this one, which is like this one. So I got some of this laminate that has like some hollow like designs in it. And so this one is in pink, and then it's got a pink backing, and I think yeah, this is number one. And then like that's like my little like thing. So thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And no, I totally understand not being on TikTok. It ruins everything. Um, that's why I can be more open over there though, because the people in my community, or the people who have followed me um have been around, I guess, long enough to know what type of content to expect from me. But also like keeping it like a safe, and I know like like, but I think it's important when you go live on any platform that you kind of remind everybody, like think of us all like sitting. Oh, thanks. Oh, I really appreciate it. Yeah. It's after this I'll cut all the other excess off and everything with like some really good scissors, and then run it through the laminator. And I have 10 already, and as soon as like fans saw them, they were like, how do I get one of them stickers? And I was like, okay, 10 is definitely not gonna be enough. So um, hi, Laura Chan. I don't have translate on. I'm sorry, but I hope you're well. And thank you for, yeah, I have a matching beanie too. But I have to replace the zipper. The zipper stripped on it. Um, but yeah, it's, I'm a weird one. I'm a 45-year-old, 6 foot tall baby giraffe. I'm just weird. But in my weirdness, I kind of give like a little bit of freedom for other people to be themselves, I guess. And that's why I say like I don't come on here like to get monetized or anything like that. Maybe like one day like people are like, do you have mods and stuff? I was like, I'm just not that big of a channel. Oh, it's Hunter Thompson. uh Oh, of course I'm gonna forget the quote. Sorry, neurodivergent. Like thoughts just fall out of my head. Like it's really frustrating. Um, but one of God's own like creations to strange to live and or too and too weird to. I don't know what I can say on here, but you know what I'm saying. Um, and also, I don't know if I showed these already, but these are like the little like, because like we have like the cards and like I said, everything that goes into this is a its own piece of art, like even the packaging. And I make sure it can be reused and things like that. Um, like I'll use like a sticker or a piece of like thin nano tape or something, or like an adhesive dot. Yeah, so these are like little like fake stamps for the band for the Skinner Brothers. I made these using a mini thermal printer, like thermal ink printer. But you can tell like I have peeled this one up a couple of times. I'm gonna have to make some more. Or actually, I have you know what I'm talking about, adhesive. So I can just put some adhesive on there. Yeah, so we do card. I do artist trading cards all the time and art abandonment until I get my like businesses back up and going. I'm just kind of going through things and going through like my inventory and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, so there's like a few different ones. So like these will have like the stickers and the like coloring sheets and stuff like that because they're exactly this size and like have like boarding and all that. And then also like for like the sticker scraps like from the vinyl paper after like I trimmed it, which is like all of this. So what I do is I just keep all of this stuff and I'll write different like song lyrics or I don't know, like stamp them, you know, like just make sure nothing gets wasted basically. Um, like even on like tiny like doing like minis and stuff like to make like little bottle labels and stuff like that. Because I do my main like thing is like jewelry and my main medium is resin. Um, and like well, but I like my like happiest thing is to sew and like create like one. Yeah, you just gave me an amazing idea. Bumper stickers would be awesome. Because I have magnets too, and I do have some of the images. Thank you so much, Dragon. I can't say the rest and not like I'm gonna turn red and blush. Oh my gosh, thank you. I am so happy that you decided to like stop by here. This is definitely like one of the best like out of maybe the 4 lives I've ever done where it was like I did not know. I genuinely had no idea. Like even how to start it, how to set it. They were all set to private. Nobody could see anything. Oh no, no. It's funny as hell. It's just like I said, like it's gonna make me blush. Um, but yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like everything, like even like the little strips of like excess laminate, like that all gets used because you have little bitty things like this. And I put those like on magnets, and these are like custom coloring sheets. I got a lot of I didn't get a lot. I got like one comment when I posted them to the group because I used Nano or Nana Banana or whatever it is, and I rarely use AI except for like having to like remind me to like turn things off and stuff like that. Um, but I wanted to make coloring sheets and I wanted to make them like in a really specific way. Like I said, the way that I was feeling, like when I heard the song, what I pictured, um, and stuff like that. And instead of like anybody can be like, hey, can you put this in this and like leave it alone. Um, but um, like with these, it was like each character or like you know, like designed out and um, for this one it's a song called Away Days, and I'm obviously American, um, and they're over in the UK. So I don't know. Like I would assume that they have like sports over there, like they have like home games and away games like we do. I don't know, but I don't know. I just like pictured like with the like song lyrics, which I have written down because I keep making these lyrical keychains out of shrink plastic. Yes, I'm one of those. Um, and it starts off. Oh, here is one of the sick boy ones that I made. That's like already ready already. Oh, you can't. There's no way you could be learning anything from me. But the like I'm learning a ton from you. So what I did was like it so like I'll just like read like this is like the like sheet. Um but it's like one lyric is stand up tall till the day I die. 10 verse 5 mate we won't fly. Might sink to the bottom but we'll get to the top. Keep on fighting mate we're never gonna stop. And then I just like what like wrote like love away days the Skinner brothers. um and so I was just thinking about like you know like three like you know a trio of people who were kind of like you know like living their best day because you never know that you're gonna get another day. um but I really liked it, you know, like just the casual part of it. So I like wanted it to be like a soccer stadium, UK soccer. Although like apparently like it's football, but you know, I'm in the USA. I get it, but yeah. So that's how like that was the inspiration for this. Sorry, it's there we go. It's a little better, but not really. I think I have bigger ones. I do, because I made cards. Yeah, hang on. There we go. So that's this one. It's a little bit better. And you can see like the Skinner brothers at the bottom. So like I like made sure that like Soul Boy, his hat was like added the hat because he wears like a bucket hat. That's an Adidas one. And then like the other guys, they're like in their just like regular like jumpsuits. Um, so like you can go in and like you can give it a prompt, and yeah, it's real easy to just like throw something together. I'm not denying that. But these were like I want like you know this specific, and then like from there I'd be like okay now make the like make this character look like this and like change it to a more like um adult looking character because they have like some where they look like kind of like chibi or like Avatar kind of, you know. And I wanted something that looked like, you know, the actual artist. So um I, you know, took the idea of like some, you know, three guys having a good day and going to a soccer game, and I like put the name of the song, which is Away Days, on the top of the stadium. And it's just like I said, like a kind of a play on words, and like away teams and away like home teams and all that. That's just what came out of my brain. I do. I love homes. I love all. I love. The only thing I don't like, number one, cilantro. I hate cilantro. Like it makes my face burn, and like pico de gallo, I love it, but if it has any of that, I'm like, but no, I love homes. I used to I write every day, like every day of my life is chronicled. If the like I don't know, like if the like police or something were like, "Where were you on the night of?" I could be like, "You know what? Hang on a second. I bet I can tell you." And if I can't tell you like exactly, I can tell you like what I was doing in and around that time. Um, since I was 8 years old, every day. So, and a lot of that, came from like journaling into poetry and stuff like that, and doing like slam poetry nights and things like that. God, I am old. Like, I am like the old school. uh, I carry your heart with me. I carry. Hang on. Give me a second. That's really beautiful. Like I read it like a couple of times because and like I try to like find patterns in the sound or words. Yeah, I just quoted Bright Eyes. They dropped the it was I think the 20th anniversary or maybe 25th, 21st, I don't know, of like Digital Ash and Digital Urn, and they dropped it on my birthday. And the song that they used was At the Bottom of Everything. And my birthday was very bad. But the one thing that came out of it that was like amazing was like Connor had uploaded, and I was like, "Are wait, like first of all, I am seriously old." Um, Dragon, that is, I just keep going back to it because I keep reading it like in different breaks. Thank you for sharing that. Like really, I I love that. I love the clarity. I love the honesty. I love you. I love you. Like you seem like a really amazing human, and I hope that I don't know. I feel weird right now. It's just very rare that you get on live and like there isn't something, you know? That's why it's like on YouTube streets, it's kind of crazy out here. Um, oh, I am tired. I've been going 90 to nothing doing this. But it's worth it. Um, We got another 200 stamps, so we're good for a little while. Some I'm gonna have to like get go like down to the post because I do have a couple of like secret Santas that I'm doing um for Renmus, which are just like fans of Ren and company. And also doing the Soul Boy stuff too, and then just the holiday thing. But I love that, and I like I said, like I love like this, like sharing, like people sharing stuff like that, because like I said, like I'm really uncomfortable out here on YouTube. um but no, that was wow. You're from Houston? What you know about them Texas boys coming down in candy toys? Mm, huh. This is kind of crazy because you are the second Houstonian trail represent that I've come across today. And like the like stuff like the music that was playing, they were like, "I know that. How do you know that?" And I'm like, "Shit, swinging and banging. Oh man, yes." Um, Swisher House, like, do you remember like on Sunday nights? I don't know how old you are. I don't want to like presume, but in the like 90s, um, you could call like on 97.9. They would have DJ Screw like chopping and screwing, and you could call in and request a song. I had them chop and screw Closer by 9 Inch Nails. I was like, I have to know what that would sound like. And uh, it was really weird. Like Bon Bernard. It, it's really weird for me to call him Bon because like I grew up in Port Arthur, Texas, so in that area. But yeah, I have speaking of vinyl, I have UGK, like the first press of Riding Dirty, the clear. Um, I have that in my collection, and of course I have like a ton of like um, like screw tapes, screwed up click tapes. Are you serious? Okay, you're either like crazily the same person that was, but no, because you said you aren't on TikTok and they were on TikTok. What? That's crazy. The world is like very small. But yeah, I grew up and like all around that area. My like one of my like favorite jobs. I worked when I lived in Houston. I worked for Greg Jensen Originals, which is in um I always it's uh I can never remember what city it's in. It's something that ends with city. It's like over by West Airport, Missouri City, Missouri City, Missouri City. But it was a silversmith, like Lost Wax Casting, and my sister got me a job working in the office, but she already knew. She already knew that as soon as I had access to work in the wheel, and I mean, it was amazing. It was like um she gave me like a piece like to work on that was like basically going to be melted back down. So it was, a B grade. Um, and she was like, she was like, hey, she was like, come here, like, she was like, you want to play? And I was like, hell yeah, I want to play. So she gave me a piece and it was completely like B grade. And I like, did like the bench grinding and all that, like to get the excess off. Sorry. I have Sorgen syndrome and my hair just kind of like falls out all the time. And that's also like why like I don't paint my nails also. It's just not good. But if I look a little peaked, that's why. Um, I've been in this body long enough to hear all of like the assumptions and everything. And I always challenge people to come up with something a little more creative than like nothing-y. Like, come on. It's like really low hanging fruit. Like, come up with something better, you know? Um, I I felt like I've lived 100 lifetimes. Like I'm tired. Like when I say I'm tired, I'm tired. Like my kids are grown and have way like amazing lives that are so much better than mine, which is the goal. Like to, make sure that your kids have, what they need to become self-sustaining individuals. And two of them got married this year. I have a granddaughter, and it's like I'm not needed as a mom anymore, and it's so weird. It's so weird. That is such a weird feeling. And like identifying that way, it's like I guess maybe it's because of my age too. Um, but it's just like, what do you do now? Because like just because like my kids are grown, I'm still gonna be there for them all the time. Um, sorry. Um, but yeah, they stay over in the 409, and they're um, they're amazing. And I have a granddaughter, and it's just like, what? Like, when? How did this happen so fast? Yes, I do have a husband. If it wasn't for that human, that's what I call like my like human, my like partner in life and crime, not crime, but is because I would not be having this conversation with any of you if it weren't for that amazing person. And we just ended up like becoming like the best of friends and just decided, like I don't think I could tolerate anybody else in this life. And you've seen me at my worst. We've both seen each other like at our worst and at our best. And to come out on the other side of that, um, there's something very unique and special, like um, about that kind of bond. But here recently, he's had to really become more like a caretaker. Um, like whenever like the system crashes, so to speak, like um, and it was only up until like 2 weeks ago that I wasn't at a doctor, a hospital, or a dentist, or on a table getting a biopsy or something like that. So, yeah, um, we've been together since, well, we moved here in 2012. Um, and it was, do you want to have a life or do you want to live? It's a weird question, I know. Like it sounds like kind of backwards, but it was literally, like, are you going to stay here where there's, really nothing for you anymore? Oh, Oh no, it's fine. I have like really bad like nerve um and I'm also learning how to live with that. It's when you're somebody who's constantly working with their hands. I mean, everybody's hands are very important, but it is important that I do give myself like time because they go numb. Um, it's just like part of Sjögren's syndrome. Your like appendages just go totally numb and they burn. They're numb, but they burn. And like normally you can like shake it out because it's just like blood flow. And I can like be shaking my hand, shaking my arm, and like I'll slam it like on accident, like getting frustrated and just being like, come on. And like knock out of it, like on like a door jam or something like that. And I don't feel it. It's completely just like dead. And the only thing that helps is like to turn on the hot water, which is like really hard to do when you're like, have your hands are like all just yeah, it's like it's from the kind of the same thing. It like started out to where you could just be like, yeah, you know, and like it go away. Now it's really bad. So the only thing that I found that helped is to just run hot water and just like drop my arm in there and just kind of wait it out for a little bit. And it does ease up, but it burns. Like it feels like when you get potassium in like a saline bag, because I have to do like wellness therapy and stuff like that too, because I don't absorb vitamins. Um, Sorry, I don't mean to like get all personal, but I'm also an open person too. Um, but all to say that it is important that yeah, I have people that remind me like, hey, like like AKA like take a break. It's okay. Um, no. I have 30 more cards to like hand, write. Um, and then the I have one cup, and the vinyl, the HTV, and I have like one shot to do it and not mess it up. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Oh, thank you. Every one of mine has, well, like everything else, of course. It's related to a memory, or a person. Um, all of them are really old, so, as am I. I don't think no, I haven't had any work done, like tattoo wise, since I think Andrada did this one. Like Andrada, tattoos by Andrada. Um, he used to work in Houston. He has his own shop now, like in the Port Arthur area. But so I have twin daughters, right? And I named them after Evangelion, Oscar and Ray. Um, and then they have they're like American names, and I'm not gonna give those out. I'm very protective when it comes to my kids and like my like I may talk about them, but like if they ever like pop up or anything, like unless people know they're my kids, which most don't, I just am like, oh hey, so and so, like, and just how you doing? Okay, bye, But Asuka was on this side and Ray was on this side, and like we were like my ultrasounds, I was always like, "Are you sure that that's the same like baby B is still over there?" And that's kind of how they got their names too. Cause like Asuka, like she would be backflipping in there, and like I'm tiny. I don't know how I was able to accommodate two humans in there, and like it would like sometimes it looks like straight up out of like American Horror Story season 1, because like I'd be laying there and like you would see like hands and feet, like, but like not just two hands and not just 2 feet, but 8 limbs at like just it was so weird. And then like their dad would like be um like try to kick me out of the bed. He's such a dick. Um, because them moving around was keeping him awake. I'm like, bro, like the thunder that is going on inside of my body, how do you think I feel? I would also like to, you know? But unfortunately, um, yeah, so made sure like to make sure, and so I ended up naming like Asuka because she's so much louder than Ray Ayanami is. um and It's kind of weird because they, aside from like Ray having like the blue eyes and, or sorry, blue hair and red eyes, um they actually look a lot like the the characters, like if they were older. And they're grown-ups now. um but yeah, not and not in like the twisted world of the way people twist anime. I'm not gonna say the word. um I don't know, like I just think that's kind of, I mean, some like characters that are like, proper age and like fine, but not, you know, what were they, 13 in the series? But yeah, so I actually don't have like my awesome scissors. I'm just using basic scissors to do this. I'm getting tired. You can hear it. Oh my gosh. I've been alive for an hour and 23 minutes. I have to go. This is addicting. And I wish I had like better content. I know, I know. I'm like, oh no. It is. It is. Like it's like almost, it's after 3 in the morning. We missed three. We were doing this instead of doing anything else. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to take up everybody's time. Um, no, some people were asking like if they could see like the process of like how I do. Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. Like thank you for being here, because like I said, like when I do go live, it's um like I'll usually get a comment and like I can like shake it off, and a lot of times it's like projection. Like I'm just kind of understood that. In which case I'm just like, I provide resources. That's just what I would do anytime in the world, anywhere for anybody. So, I'm just like, yeah, well, you can call www.wannatalkaboutit.com, or resources are available here, or, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, I'm going to close out. Dragon, thank you so much for hanging out with me and spending your Friday morning yeah, with me. Um, and kind of let me show like a little bit of behind the scenes of, what I do and how time consuming it is, clearly. Um, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my phone, I'm gonna kill this, I'm gonna put my phone in a bucket. um, okay, awesome. I don't, I can always like, I need to come up with a content schedule. Um, so I do have like a community board. I may put like what is a good time that like works for everybody, if that makes sense. Um, and then like of course like what the subject matter would be. Usually it's just light because I like to share like art, music, and stuff like that. Um, Over on TikTok is where we have like more serious, more poignant, but also I do have YouTube videos like in regards to missing children, ongoing investigations I'm working on, and updates and factual updates. That's extremely important to me. A lot of people have made a lot of money off the backs of speculation, and for these cases that I work, like this case is literally in my backyard. Um, oh, if you don't have it, stay away from it. Like it and let well, there is actually, honestly, there is a lot of stuff on there that doesn't get covered in the news. If I'm being 100% transparent, um, and it's gotten to the point to where like we have to hold up signs and talk about how much we love TikTok Shop or something like that, when reality it's like House Bill blah 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 or whatever. But we do like podcast nights where we're currently like it's like at bed down, so that usually happens at like about 2 o'clock, about midnight to 2 o'clock in the morning, and we're currently in Welcome to Night Vale, which is really great. But yeah, the TikTok, it's just toxic. I mean, there's a lot of great things about it, but again, like when you see like these in like the influencer culture and stuff, and how it just dissolves, which I mean, there's that on YouTube too, but on TikTok, it's really in your face because I mean, it's a money game. Um, and that's why I say like like the expectation versus reality. Like these people can go like rent an Airbnb, go to TJ Maxx, buy a bunch of stuff, stage everything, and then just like me, I can go buy a tag gun, retag everything, and return it, get my brand deals, and sell you a fake fantasy that I live in this. And that's part of like a huge part of overconsumption core, and why I tell people to like think about like really think about trends, really think about trends. They're called trends for a reason. um and I'm sorry, but pushing like hardcore cosmetic surgery on like very beautiful, naturally amazing young people, like just yeah, which that's everywhere, but like there's a whole dark side to, just like any other platform, there's a whole like dark side to it. And it's kind of a mind virus. I mean, there is a CULT. I don't know what I can say on here. Um, Children of the Waning Star. Yeah, that got out of hand way too fast. Somebody thought it would be funny. Um, so yeah. But there's also there's a lot of great content on there. You just gotta kind of like fill out like what you want to like go and search and like search terms and stuff like that and like build your algorithm so that you're getting like the type of content that you want to get like as far as your feed goes. But if you don't have it, you can, um, but I use it, and I'm extremely vulnerable over there, extremely vulnerable. Like in things that I talk about, because I know I'm not the only person that has gone through those things, and um, to be able to like let other people know that they like are like how I said earlier, like when I go live, the people that come into the chat, I consider those people to be like on the couch, like across, the room or something like that. Um, so like, Dragon, like you're over there, I'm over here, and I don't know where somebody, oh, where was the shirt maker? Um, but anyway, like just to say, like say, there's like three people here and everybody's being cool as a fan, and then somebody just says like something just like, what? Why would you say that? Like, you don't know this person, you don't know this person. Like, why would, So I'm very protective of like the my people, if that makes sense. Uh, I usually just put people in timeout. I don't, I do report. There are some accounts that I'm just like, no, 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 we cannot kick it. No, this is not okay. And I'm not gonna like spend like my life mission, like going through and like through every account. But there is stuff that comes up that's against TOS, and I'm like, no, I don't need to be scrolling through and have a 3-year old live stream dancing, which is against TOS. And the amount of like saves on those videos, I was able to get that page taken down, and I'm so glad. I'm sure it's probably popped up somewhere else under a different username. I do need to go back and research that and do a deep dive. Um, but yeah, like on TikTok Live, you cannot have minors on there at all. Like if your kid walks behind you, like you can get flagged. But when you have a 3-year old, 4-year old, maybe, and that 3-year old didn't set that account up, you know, I don't, that is what I do pay a lot of attention to. I have like a zero tolerance policy on people who exploit their children, um, put them in dangerous situations. And I'm not a commentary channel, but there are sometimes like there are people that I'm like, I gotta call this out. Like, no, this is not okay. Um, and a lot of it, you know, is just like, oh, you're a hater. Well, of course, anybody who has a different opinion than you is a hater. It's like, no, I actually just kind of care. Yeah. Apparently more than you do about your own child, but I digress. All I can do is hit report inappropriate content and continue to follow up until those get shut down. Um, I don't interact with like the page, like I don't interact any further than I have to. It's like, you know, find like whatever video, and it's like, okay, like from there, get to a landing page, and then just start reporting every single video, every single one. And the account, not the videos, the entire account gets, and that's the hard part, is getting the entire account taken down. Um, and working alongside with like NetMac and the TBI and the FBI and Texas EquiSearch. Yeah, child advocacy is huge to me. So I always like make sure, you know, regardless on what I'm doing, I just kind of keep that in mind, that there are people who are youngins that are gonna like get on apps and see or use them and say that they're, you know, 18 years old and to be able to view content. And I try like as much as possible to stay PG at all times. Um, and I do have like comment filters on. So like certain like words, like trigger words. And actually, somebody got a visit from the FBI yesterday, from what they were saying on one of my live streams. You don't mess with Shauna when you know who Shauna works with, unless you want to get caught doing what you're doing. And in this instance, somebody was literally like basically saying they were going to forcibly, and it's like, you don't know how old I am. Like, I mean, yeah, I look older than 18, but like, I can also run filters on there. You don't know how old I am. That's gross. And that's just wrong. Yeah, exactly. Like, I couldn't say it like fast enough. But I can't even repeat the comment. And I can't believe that like that person still has their page. Um, they may have tried to lock it down, because while that was happening, I hid their comments, um, and tried to stay calm as a fan, while a couple of my moderators went and got everything, all the information and impertinent information and connections that I needed to make sure that everybody that this person knew exactly how they were on TikTok. That's the price. And in this case, they got visited by the feds. Um, like, I will say the first comment was, I will risk child support. And I was like, didn't understand it. And I was like in the kitchen, like cooking and talking about like cooking sweet potatoes. And then that other, and I was like, oh no, no. So yeah, mods got involved um, over there, and hopefully he's sitting in prison somewhere. I don't know. I'll find out later tomorrow. But yeah, so you do, you know, it's like you can be, you know, try to be as safe as possible, but like, and even with the comment filters, I don't understand how the comment went through. Yeah, you really, when it comes, like, that's a hill I will on 10 toes down, 100%, like, trill all the way. Mm-mm. That's just, nope. Um, but anyway, I've been rambling for quite a while. My human isn't feeling well. Um, I don't know. I think it's just the holidays. You know, and we're tired. I've been like really sick, so it's like he's like working and taking care, you know, and I have good days and I have really bad days, and usually on the bad days I just try to sleep through it. Um, but today was a good day. I mean, you know, overall, could have been worse, but at least I woke up and it's all right. Yeah, I don't either. Because to say that, like, the internet is forever, and to say that, I mean, I've seen a lot, but that was ballsy. And like, yeah. But anyway, we're gonna close on a good note. Okay, so shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it, shake it like a Polaroid picture. Okay, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and finish getting these stickers cut, and then kind of not pack everything up, but like I have like this ottoman over here that opens, so I can lay like all my supplies back down in there. Um, and get all of these like done and put together and everything so I can post out. Everybody knows they probably will be getting there a little bit late, but I didn't expect for so many people to want so many different things. So like they are like, no, it's totally fine. Like it's fine. Like as long as I'm getting one of those awesome stickers that don't exist in the world yet, like it's fine. So um, on that note, I hope everybody is having a good start to their day or night or wherever you fall in, and um, you know, if you got, you know, some kind of like blues going, I get that too. Well, thank you. um I'm usually like a lot more focused. I was doing a lot better whenever I didn't have the camera facing. But that's when you like kind of like get to see the human part of me, I guess. Yeah, I'm a human or a magical creature. The jury's still out. They're trying to figure that out. But yeah, so basically like what'll happen is after like I do this, I'll run them through the laminator, and that'll like make sure these are clutch, literally like to anything. um I do card swaps and things like that all the time. um my name is the same across all platforms. I'm meta verified. I don't know why people would ever want to pretend to be me, but they do. So, like, my name, just like it is here, and if it doesn't have a blue check mark, it's not me. And anything that is being sold under that account and anybody buys from it and it looks anything like my stuff, And I guarantee it's not because I don't use acrylic gummy bears. I have been making gummy bear like jewelry since 2005. So yeah, like this mass produced gummy bear thing, no, like I am the queen of gummy bears. Um, right now I do not have a selling platform. I had to close my Etsy store once I got whenever I got concussed because I couldn't look at a computer, I couldn't look at lights, I couldn't do anything. Um, and I tried to close it, and even though I had already like shipped out like the orders and everything, um, like I went to go like not put it on vacation mode, but just close it because I was on workman's comp, and like you know you don't want to have any reason for you know what I'm saying. So anyway, and basically I ended up like I couldn't appeal, so I had been on that platform since 2008. So yeah, I lost a huge fan base. But I do have like my like Facebook page. Um da, da, da. I need to update it though, and in order to do all that because of the whole like meta verification thing, like you have to like submit IDs and stuff like that. But I do have Poshmark, and I sell very cheap, not because it's cheap quality, but because I just like feel like things should be like reasonably priced and affordable. Like, yeah, like you can get a lot of money for things, but at the end of the day, like, I want somebody to have, like, be able to afford a jacket and it basically be like the cost of shipping. You know what I'm saying? Um, and trust me, I do plenty like on the local front of things, but there's already a huge saturation. So, but yeah, I do have like my Poshmark. I don't have a laptop, and that is a huge game killer. My laptop died. Um, and like and like as far as like TikTok goes, like I do lives and I do get like gifts and stuff like that, but that all goes I don't make like a ton at all, like maybe like $9 a month. I mean, um but all that goes to one PayPal account, and that PayPal account does not get touched except for stuff like stamps and postage and shipping, and it goes towards like sending out cards and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I need to kind of take ownership of this page a little bit, I guess, and kind of or platform, and do the things. Um, but all right, I am going to go. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. And awesome to meet another trillionaire. I love that. That's two in one day. So I'm gonna take that as like an amazing sign. Um, so that's my stomach growling, so it's time to eat. Um, but thank you again for hanging out and liking and just kind of watching me do my thing on a very limited scale operation. I think they look awesome. Everybody likes them, and with like the bookmarks and everything, they're not supposed to be perfect. I don't want them to be perfect. I want them to look like somebody made them. Um, And I think, yeah, they're being received well because people were like, We need more stickers. Come on. So, all right. Have a good night. Love you guys and gals and in-betweens and all my fellow humans out there and magical creatures and animals and cross-eyed mosquitoes and bow-legged ants. Love you guys. Take care. Do unto others the golden rule, deontological ethics. Just, go out and do something awesome today for somebody else and don't say anything about it. I love y'all. Take it easy. Yes, I want to stop streaming. It's Shauna. Good night.